Hello guys, welcome back to the Red Devil stand with all the latest Manchester United news and transfer news. Hope you guys are doing well. So without any further ado, let's start. We have a few things to talk about today. So let's start with something which is in a verge of happening right now. It's about Marcus Rashford, as you have seen in the caption. So news are coming out from the Sun that Manchester United is in the verge of giving Marcus Rashford a new deal. It's a pretty lucrative deal. The news that are related to coming out right now, it's stating that it would be 375k a week for Marcus Rashford. I know that's a huge sum of money, and he's only 25 years of age, and the contract would be long as 5 years plus 1 year extension option. So you see, Manchester United right now is quite committed in Rashford, and I won't say that this is a negative thing or something like that. Yeah, it's a huge amount of money, as we know that players like Harry Kane gets 200k a week right now, as of now. Erling Haaland, who just broke the Premier League record in his first season, he gets around 350k a week. So giving Marcus Rashford 375k a week may arise some questions, some doubts. I know some of you having maybe doubt about that huge sum of wage. But yeah, what can you do, right? What can you do? It's his agent doing a really good job, that I must say. Because let's not kid ourselves. The previous season, yeah, we achieved some really good things under Erik ten Hag, but we haven't been that good on scoring goals, right? So when we think about that, keeping that in mind, Marcus Rashford had a really good season. Some may say that he had the best season in Manchester United shirt, right? He scored 30 plus goal in a year. So yeah, that's pretty impressive, especially when your team is not scoring goal. You see, so that's the key point, I guess, and that's what maybe his agent used in getting such a lucrative deal. And it's okay. See, in fact, many news are coming out as well that insiders say Man U FC are totally relaxed about David De Gea's next move. If he agrees to fresh terms, that will cover the pay rise for Marcus Rashford. See, if we retain De Gea, his salary would be around 200k, right? So he's right now 350k a week. So he would be like 150 million down, and that will kind of cover up the Marcus Rashford fee. That's what they're saying. So that's something to think about. I guess it would, what Marcus Rashford is earning right now, it would skyrocket around 8.4 million a year. You see, so that's a huge sum. That is something we all should think about. In fact, Manchester should think about before committing to that. That is it all right to, spend that amount of money, especially if we go, like for the past 2-3 years or 4 years, we have signed players, especially when it comes to Jadon Sancho, right? We paid 85 million for Sancho to Dortmund, and we agreed a deal with him for 6 years long. He had a deal with us, and it's 350k a week. So that's astonishing, man. Seriously, 350k a week for a player for 6 long years who haven't even played really well. After he came to our club for the past 2 years, we haven't seen him play that well the way we seen him he played on Dortmund, right? So yeah, it's a huge take. And that was a stupid deal to make, actually. That was all Ed Woodward's doing. He made some really stupid deal around his time, like Maguire, with Fred. We spent a lot of money to buy Fred, and that kind of deal was happening when he was in charge. So what this hierarchy will do, I don't know. If they think that spending 375k a week for a player like Rashford is a good option, I'm not against it. Not at all. I'm not saying that he doesn't deserve it. Maybe he deserves it, but it's a lot of money. He should there from this point on, he should perform in every match, week in, week out. There shouldn't be any space for him to post an Instagram, post and saying the fan that it won't happen again and the stuff like that they used to do. This kind of thing shouldn't be happening. If you are in a wage of 375k a week, you are bound to perform for your club. You need to perform for your club. You need to earn that money. I know that you have had the best season of your life, and I'm very proud of it, and you should carry on this way. There should be no space of failure. Absolutely no space for that. He should perform week in, week out. But other than that, it won't matter how much you are getting paid if you are not playing well, right? The fan will eventually get against you. That you are playing this way and you are getting a huge sum of money, but you are not delivering that. So let's keep that in mind, that I don't know what the way he will perform. I hope he performs really well under Erik ten Hag. We have seen that when Erik ten Hag first came, he said that very confidently that he will make Marcus Rashford the star he deserves. So I'm guessing that, Erik ten Hag must do something with that. He must have said to the hierarchy, just go on, move on forward with the Rashford deal, as we are not signing any players right now or selling any players right now. So let's make the deal we can right now for the existing players. As we have seen that earlier this week, we have signed, not earlier this week, quite like 10 days earlier, we signed a new contract with Diogo Dalot, and that's good. If we want to retain some player, if Erik ten Hag wants some players in his plan for the future, we should secure them, right? As we have seen that in the past year, Rashford's brother have already gone to PSG to transfer him there. So it was a good move from Manchester United to secure him. But it's a lot of money. And we have some other news coming as well, and it's quite funny actually. It's about Luke Shaw, and he's kind of behaving like an agent, and I like that. I like him. I'm a big fan of this player. I really like him. I really like his play style, his attitude. So, and these are the thing. I'm just quoting him here. He said that I was only half joking about my Instagram post. It's a bit of both. Like I said there, I know they're both world-class players. Of course, I don't know what's going on with the situation at their clubs. But if it was down to me, I'd take them in a heartbeat. And by they, he means about Harry Kane and Declan Rice. We all know that we have a good relationship with them. They play in the same international team. They share the dressing room. So there must be some connection. And he was quite confident about it. But I know he was only kidding, right? I know he have not that power to sign any players. But obviously, these are the kind of messages that boosts us as Manchester United fan, right? And he goes on saying that Manchester likes to have a left-footed centre-back. It's in his philosophy as in Ten Hag's philosophy, and the way he wants to play. I played in that position in one game, and he really liked me in this position. I am very committed to this club and will do everything I can to bring in the right players that I know the manager will like and want, and who will improve our team. It's only a matter of time before we fight for these big trophies. What does it mean, guys? Tell me. What should I make of it? You tell me. He's saying that he would go out and get those players who are good for this club and who our manager will like. So, it's definitely a positive vibe. I must say that. Things like that. I know that he won't be connected in any kind of deal or anything like that. Let's not kid with that. But yes, when a current player comes out, it's not like that these are the things that Gary Neville is saying or Rio Ferdinand is saying. It's our current player, a current good player who is saying this kind of things, and that matters. That definitely matters. Whoever the owner will be, they can't just ignore the wishes of the player who plays really well for the club, who knows that we need support to compete as higher as Champions League. We need players like that, right? and we haven't been, gone out and done some really good deals already. It's not like that. The situation is really, really, stunned right now in case of transfer market. And see, as I've said earlier, we need to sell players to get players. Maybe we will get rid of some players that justifies the salary of Marcus Rashford, that will make up for the salary of Marcus Rashford. But let's not forget that there is Martial, who haven't played a 90-minute game for around close to, I'm guess, 3 years. He haven't played a full 90-minute game, and he is being paid 250k a week. A player like Axel Tuanzebe gets around 130 to 150k a week, and he doesn't even play for us. So if we get rid of those players who are taking a huge sum of money right now from the club, if we can get rid of those, then maybe we can, justify the FFP, the financial fair play, for such amount of salary for Marcus Rashford. We can do that if we are able to sell those players. But we need to sell those players. And that all depends on our new ownership. If we get that done before the transfer market ends, it's good. I know it won't mean that Qatar will be spending a huge amount of money. No, they can't right now. They won't be able to, I guess. As I have said, that there is a lot of process that needs time. So even if they sell to Qatar, it won't be the case that they would be able to spend a lot of money this summer. And see, when we talk about the transfer market or the selling process that we are going through right now, it's really disturbing, right? It's disturbing. It's been 7 months, more than 7 months. The process is dragging on and on and on, and right now it's just, everything about it has closed down. I know the last news that we got from the UK outlets that Sheikh Jassim is in talk with the Qataris that they could have the exclusivity of the deal. And by exclusivity, what exclusivity means on a deal is if the Glazers, those 6 siblings, agree to go on with the Qatar deal, so Qatar wants that exclusivity. And if they get that exclusivity, the exclusivity period may run for 1 month. And what that exclusivity period means, that the Glazers won't be able to get any new bids for the club. They would have to be committed for that time of period to Qatar. And if they get that exclusivity, if Qatar gets that exclusivity, it's a huge step toward a positive notion that it's going to get sold in near future, in very near future. So let's see what happens there. I don't think that Glazers would agree to such exclusivity, as we have seen that they have gone back and forth, especially when the Qataris bid something, they maybe go to the Sir Jim Ratcliffe and ask for, they have bid that, so can you work on that bid? And they say yes, and it's back to that same process. It's just back and forth with Qatar and Sir Jim Ratcliffe. So if we want any kind of decision in this summer transfer window, one of them have to get that exclusivity, whether it's Sheikh Jassim or Sir Jim Ratcliffe. They need to do that. Otherwise, it's just a process. It may drag to the winter transfer as well. I don't trust Glazers. As I have said, that they will delay the sale as much as possible, even if they get a little money as 50 million or 100 million. I know 50 million or 100 million is not little for us, but little for them. Let's not kid ourselves. So they will do that. That's how messed up they are. But it things like that, in this kind of situation, it things like the Luke Shaw have said what he said. It's things like that made us positive, that makes us give a hope that there is something we can do in the next summers, or maybe the summer after that. And he also said that the coach has really helped me. He has taken me to a new level. He pushes me every day, and that's what I need. See, that's the kind of thing we need in a player. Not what Harry Maguire has said. He come and said, and I will try this summer, I will try harder and earn my place. How would you earn place, my friend? How would you do that? You are not even the 4th choice centre back. Our first two choices are Rafael Varane and Martinez, right? And our third choice is Lindelof. And our fourth choice, when Rafael Varane and both Martinez have lost their game, maybe they are out for injury or maybe something else, then we play the right centre back as Lindelof plays as the right centre back and Luke Shaw plays as the left centre back. So in that case, you don't even get a chance. So you're a fifth choice centre back. And if we go out in this summer and get Kim Min-jae or some other centre back, you will be sixth choice centre back. Man, how could you overcome 5 players in one summer with this kind of performance you have? You can't do that. It's just not possible. It's just not possible. So what he's trying to do is trying to suck the club dry out, same as the Glazers. He needs the money. He know that he's in a stupid amount of money, and no other club would pay that kind of money for him week in week out. No other club will do that. It's another example of how Ed Woodward messed things up for us. And yeah, we have to carry those deals. If Qatar comes, there may be a hope that they will get rid of those players, even if they have to pay them out. That the Glazers would certainly not do, and they can't do, as they have put them as their assets on their debt. So they can't do that. So let's see what happens there. It's not going to be anything other than the sale process is completed. So we have to wait for that. And there has been some news coming out from quite like half an hour ago, an hour ago, from Fabrizio Romano, that there have been some rumors that Manchester may link with Neymar or Kylian Mbappe, but he doesn't think that it would happen, especially under the Glazers, as we don't have the budget. So we can't go out and spend 150 million on Mbappe or Neymar. We just can't do that. We don't have that kind of money to do that. So yeah, it's rumors right now. It may happen if we get Qatar's. Yeah, it could hamper in our financial fair play, but I don't think that should be a really big deal. There may be a slap in the wrist and some fine, and we will pay that, I guess. But no, not before anything happens regarding the sale. We won't be doing any kind of deal with players like Mbappe or Neymar, which we should, especially Mbappe, when we need a striker. Let's not forget, Ten Hag's first priority is a striker, and we have already lost connection with Kane. I'm not saying that's a negative thing. That actually is kind of the first good thing Manchester have done. They knew that Daniel Levy would not agree to the deal that Manchester United is ready to propose. He wants a stupid amount of money for Harry Kane with only a year left in his contract, and his age is, let's not kid, it's 30 years. His age is 30 years right now. So paying 100 million for a 30-year-old player who have only a year left in contract, that's just ridiculous, man. So what they did was, I think that they did a good job. They shouldn't have been dragged the process the way they have done for Frankie de Jong. So it's good, I guess, that they have moved on from that process. You know, they have said, you know, Harry, if you want to come to our club, you need to push your club. You need to tell them that you want to join Manchester United, you want to win trophies over here. Because if we are being honest, Harry Kane is 30 years old, right? He haven't won any trophy. So I'm pretty sure Tottenham is not going to win a trophy next season. I'm pretty sure. I'm also kind of sure that they will not even qualify for the Champions League next year as well. As we have said, that there are 7 teams right now who can compete for the top 4 spot. So it's hard for Tottenham, the way they have played the last season, to expect them to play something really magical in the next summer or in the next season. So it won't be happening, right? So it's a really thin chance of getting them qualified for the Champions League next year. And even if they qualify, his contract has ended and he will go out as a free agent. Does Levi want that? If he wants that, he's just stupid, man. His fans won't support him, I'm pretty sure. They already don't support him. They want them out. They want him out. So, yeah, I think moving on from the Kane process is actually a good decision. We can revisit that a month later or maybe a few weeks later to get an update on that thing. Meanwhile, we should secure the Højlund deal. We definitely should do that. We should do that. I know Atalanta is asking a bit of more money for him. It's around 60 million and now they want around 70 million. I'm pretty sure that Manchester won't be paying 70 million up front, even if they agree to pay 70 million. And see, the thing is that Højlund wants to come to Manchester United, and that's the thing they need to use. Those kind of attitudes are really essential for a transfer deal. When a player wants to come at your club, it automatically becomes easier to sign that player. So we should secure that deal when it comes. You know, we should do that. Yeah, we shouldn't pay 70 million. We shouldn't do that. Maybe they will go for 45 million plus 10-15 million add-ons, and I think Atalanta will go for that. I don't seriously think that they think that some club will come and pay 70-75 million for Højlund. I really don't think so. Who haven't started every matches for Atlanta as well the past year. So no, it's not going to happen, I guess. It will come around 45 million maybe. Yeah. There have also been some rumors about Victor Osimhen. But you know, same old. His price tag. It's around 130 to 150 million, I guess. And we are not ready for that. We are not equipped for that. We should be going for strikers like that. We should sign Osimhen and Højlund. We should do that. You may say that I am demanding such high demand, right? But no, it's not high demand. It's what we need to do to be able to compete with teams like Manchester City, Barcelona, Bayern Munich, Real Madrid, the current Arsenal. We need those kind of strength to do that. And if we sign Højlund and Osimhen, what it will be good for is that we have got a first stream striker and we have got a youngster who have some raw talents who will come out and play. Maybe the matches we are winning for 20 minutes, 15 minutes, or maybe on the matches on, FA Cup, League Cups and all that stuff. So yeah, we need those signings. We need to keep in mind that every other team is doing that. If we don't go out and buy players such as those, some other club will. They will. If we go for a 50 million striker, we will get a result like a 50 million striker. We can't expect a 50 million player to play like a 150 million player. Yeah, he may play at some point, but it's not going to happen this summer. Right? So we need to go on and buy those players. But man, the Glazers, they are messing up. I hope that this is the last time that they are messing up. Let's hope that it will eventually end in this summer. So yeah, guys, so these were the news that are circulating around the media right now. And if you guys have any more question, if you want, as I have said earlier, if you want me to talk about any specific player or any specific transfer news or anything like that, I would be glad to talk about that. So please guys, engage with me. Comment box, use that comment box please. It's a request. As I have said, I'm new to this. I want support. So you have shown me your support. I have already crossed my 50 subscribers. I have made a half century, you can say. So thank you guys for that. Thank you for your support. I hope I will bring some good information regarding the Manchester United, regarding our transfer news, and I hope that you guys will enjoy it. So okay then, goodbye, and we'll meet you in the next video. Tune in.